Hi, this is Lauren Robertson, and I'm going to talk about GPS map services and location services for the iPhone. So what is GPS? GPS stands for Global Positioning System. It's a satellite-based navigation system that's made up of a network of 24 satellites that were placed in orbit by the U.S. Department of Defense. The iPhone uses a GPS system called MAPS. MAPS uses a combination of satellites, cellular towers, and Wi-Fi to calculate location. So how does it work? GPS receivers use time signals on the time it was received to pinpoint precise locations. The time difference tells the GPS receiver how far away the satellite is. Distance measurements from satellites help to determine the user's position and display it on the unit's electronic map. So how exactly does it process and determine the data? iPhones use a process called trilateration. Trilateration is the process of determining absolute or relative locations of points by measurement of distances using the geometry or circle spheres or triangles. Combining trilateration and towers, GPS takes the measurements of the signal strength of those within the range to find an area that overlaps, and voila! So trilateration really comes into play when you pull up the map and you see that big blue circle that appears. At first it's huge and it covers a lot of space, but as it becomes smaller and smaller, that means more information is being accumulated, and once it becomes a single dot, that means the iOS is confident that it has its solid GPS location. So here's a picture just to kind of visualize what I was talking about. So oftentimes when you pull it up on your maps, you'll get that huge blue circle, and in a couple seconds it'll get that small little dot. So why is the GPS system so efficient for the iPhone? Well, it's pretty nice, obviously, because it can get your location within seconds, and that actually wouldn't be possible without a program that's called AGPS, which is a system that helps it cut down that time within seconds, because without that, it'd actually take probably minutes almost. So it uses all of those towers and stuff and Wi-Fi to make sure that it has an accurate reading on where you are, and that system allows it to do it in a really efficient and fast time. So location services are pretty helpful on the iPhone, as you've learned, because they can pinpoint one's exact location within seconds usually, and it's obviously extremely helpful for like directions on maps, specifically what I was talking about. But I don't know, there's other apps that it's helpful for too, so hopefully that helps you get a little bit more clarity of what it does for you. So this next clip I'm going to show is just an example of how you can use the iPhone to locate your location on maps to find food or a place that you want to go. Christine, where should we go to dinner tonight?
It's up to you. You pick the location.
Okay, I don't really know of anywhere around here, so let's just plug in our current location and find food around here. Oh, alright, well, looks like we have Lindy's Steakhouse.
No, that's too expensive.
Devani's? We kind of get that a
No.
lot. How about Red Robin? That
Yeah,
sounds good.
That
Should we
sounds
go
good.
there?
Yeah, let's
All
go
right.
there.
I'll
Where is
get the
it?
directions. It says it's 7 minutes away. All right, let's go there. So your GPS on your iPhone, which is Maps, actually uses your location services on your iPhone, and it's really interesting because your iPhone actually records where you go, how long you spend where you're at, and how frequently you go there. So if you go in your settings, you can actually see like a full schedule of like where you've been for the past couple of days, which I thought is pretty interesting. So here's a little picture so you can kind of visualize what I'm talking about. So if you go into your settings under location services, you can pull this up and it'll show where you go most often, and like even a time frame of how long you are there each day, which is kind of weird, but it's cool. Well, that concludes my presentation on GPS maps for the iPhone, and I hope you enjoyed it and understand a little bit more about the process behind GPS and a little bit of location services on the iPhone.